You sure you want to do this?
I really enjoyed Alien Romulus. While still not perfect, I think it did what it did well and left me actually wanting more. I do actually have some sometimes controversial opinion of actually enjoying all of the movies in the franchise, flaws and weirdness included, but this one has my appreciation in a different way. I feel it. They actually did a good bit of world building here, while also trying to tie some of the somewhat questionable plot points of previous Alien movies together in somewhat, and it somewhat manages to bring all of the movies into a single timeline uh, or direction, while potentially ignoring like resurrection and doing a slightly better job of reintroducing questionable story devices from, let's say, Covenant or Prometheus. I liked how they showed actual life under the company and how oppressive it was. We have a better visual of its treatment of people through like debt-based employment and terrible living conditions. Rain and Andy made for good main characters, and I enjoyed how they used Andy to further the story. They were very sympathetic, and while they did at times portray her as a semi Ripley character, I feel that she had her own motivation, at least, for her choices in the film. It was also nice to see some new uses for creatures and new scenarios where they have to try to find their way through them or survive, tense encounters. They also give us a few Geiger-ish surprises, which are very welcome. One especially, as I feel it is perfectly hit a mega creepy and much better attempt that there had been in the past. If I were to say anything specifically negative about the film, there would be one main thing. A character was brought back from the original, I would say, 70s film, right? And while it was very cool, the execution and the visual effects to make it happen were less than great. The character's mouth was clearly like a flat image animated, and it just ruined the immersion because they used close ups of the character a lot and they had a large role in the film. There were some scenes later where they were shown on like a grainy monitor, and that made them look much better or perfect even. It honestly would have been better if they only existed as a character on a monitor, or because of who it was, not have the mouth move at all, because it could have easily been explained by a plot point due to like damage or some other thing like that. Why they didn't just go with a full CG head and mouth, I'll never know. But it was my only real major flaw that I saw. And again, I enjoyed the nod to the past and the how it all came to be of it all. I even liked the reprisal of one of Ripley's iconic lines in a somewhat very cringy and obvious manner. And it did legitimately scare me a couple of times. And yes, I do feel that there were some bits that were, you really get left asking, why are they going there? Or why are they doing that? But it's kind of hard to ignore those, or avoid them rather, all the time in horror movies these days. So if you are an Aliens fan, or you just like sci-fi horror movies, I really can't suggest this one enough. It was a lot of fun, and I had to pull myself away from going and seeing it immediately again after my first showing. But let me know what you think down below. See you later. Bye bye.